Climate change, the problem of the century. The planet is overheating, the seasons are changing, species are going extinct, the energy crisis is coming back. In a world where new technologies are evolving rapidly, scientific data is changing on a daily basis, and misinformation is prevalent. Misconceptions are being created and unfortunately expressed about nuclear energy. So let's explore some of the most common questions and concerns about this new form of green energy that is the future of our planet and possibly the solution to the key issue of climate change.
First of all, what is this nuclear energy that they believe will save the planet?
Nuclear energy is the energy released during nuclear reactions. In the center of the atoms, there is a nucleus with protons and neutrons. Huge amounts of energy are trapped in the nuclei.
Sounds very complicated. How can it be produced?
It is released during nuclear fission, the breakdown of large nuclei into lighter ones, or during fusion, that is, during the union of small nuclei to form heavier ones. The nuclear energy we use is released by the separation of uranium and plutonium nuclei.
Where on Earth can we accomplish this?
It is produced in a controlled manner in nuclear reactors. A nuclear reactor controls nuclear fission to generate electricity. In a nuclear reactor, the atoms of nuclear fuel are forced to decompose. As they decompose, atoms release tiny particles in a chain reaction that releases heat and heats the water. Steam is generated that drives generators, which in turn produce electricity.
How can we benefit from this nuclear energy?
Nuclear energy produces cheap electricity that can be used to electrify homes, schools, businesses, or hospitals. Therefore, it actively contributes to tackling the energy crisis and detoxification from oil and gas.
Sometimes presented on the internet as a monster, and sometimes as green energy. What is valid in the end?
It has been argued that nuclear energy is by far the best solution to climate change. Indeed, greenhouse gas emissions from nuclear energy are only 1/700 compared to carbon emissions and 1/4 relative to solar panel emissions. In fact, it has a huge energy density that practically makes it an inexhaustible source of energy. So, its characterization as green is true.
I cannot say that even now I feel completely safe. Are there any institutions or organizations involved in securing this action?
The European Union, with the Euratom Treaty, sets out basic security protocols. The establishment of the International Atomic Energy Agency ensures that nuclear energy is used only to promote prosperity, health, and peace, and that any systems provided will not be used for military purposes. So, we must not let false worries overwhelm us.
What to expect in the future? Will there be a sequel?
New developments give the green light to green energy. Science seems to be focusing on nuclear fusion and moving away from nuclear fission, which has more risks. All life on our planet is dependent on the sun. Thus, we could say that nuclear fusion makes life on Earth possible, and it would be ideal if we could meet our other needs while also protecting our natural environment. After all, we are the only ones who can alleviate the problem of our century.